Hello, welcome to our channel. On this channel, you will find my wife and I journey to find a cabin in the woods. We thought it would be easy to go out and search for that perfect cabin in the woods somewhere to escape the busy work week on the weekends. But as we went along the process, we found out it was very difficult to find that cabin in the woods. We started off with finding a realtor. We found a realtor and we were concentrating on Vermont or New Hampshire. We liked them both. We visited both of them multiple times. We stayed in hotels and we've done different things. So we contacted this guy. I was actually on Zillow. I lived on Zillow and I found a bunch of little cabins and properties I want to look at. So I reached out. It always says like, contact this realtor. Now, rewind a little bit. My wife and myself, at one time, we rented an apartment. We didn't have our own house. And when we went to go buy a house, we had no idea how to buy a house. So we contacted a realtor. Realtor checked our credit or whatever they did and said, oh yeah, no problem, we'll help you out. This is the steps, this is how you could do it. You could do it this way, that way. All these different things really was helpful. And so no problem for us. We have good credit, not a problem. We took out the loan, we bought our house, everything's fine. So now to this current situation that we're in, we reached out to a realtor, got a hold of a realtor, and this guy, we met at the real estate agency. He took us all over the place. We spent like 4 hours of this man's time driving all around. Basically, he didn't ask us any questions. We thought it was going to be just like buying our house. Well, it turns out it's not really like buying our house. If you're going to go ahead and buy a property in a town, you could go ahead and if it's traditional loan, you could go take out the loan and buy, or you got cash. But a lot of these properties in the woods with a cabin on it that's off grid, you cannot, the banks will not give you a loan for these type of properties. And you're talking about beautiful cabins in the woods, 15 acres, it has some value, but not to the bank because it's not hooked up to the utilities. So we looked at a bunch of properties. We turned to the guy and basically was like, yeah, well, we're interested in this and stuff. And we started talking about finances, and he pretty much at that time said, no, can't help you any longer. Washed his hands with us. Never called us, never heard from him again. So we started back on Zillow, searching, looking, searching. And we finally, after about a year, we were driving out, looking at open houses, stuff like that. And we're not looking for a house. We're looking for a cabin in the woods. And we found a couple of them. Most of them, people don't take care of their stuff. So we started then looking more land so we could build on or something like that. And that introduced a whole bunch of other issues. Most of the cabins in the woods that we looked at, the bank will not give you funding for anything off grid. It's basically you're just buying land. Land isn't like a normal loan. If you take out a land loan, they need to have 20% down. So that's a lot of money you have to put down. Depends on how much land, how much it costs. So basically, Jennifer and I went out and we started looking at property, more property, and we found this one good real estate agent that is what we were looking for. Took us under his wing, and he would show us a couple properties. I would shoot him some emails. Everything pretty much was done through email. Meet up with them and show us the property. A lot of these houses, we found this one house. I'll show you a clip. I'll show you a couple clips. I really liked. It was a cabin slash house. It was huge. It had like 15 acres, 16 acres. It was nice. And it was 1 mile. It was straight down the road to these two beautiful lakes in Vermont. The problem with that house, we wanted it, we put a bid in on it. It was one of these like fixer-upper houses. It was in rough shape. I knew I could go ahead and fix it up, not a problem, but I don't know, the deal started a bid war, and then we didn't get it, and then we couldn't get it. It was just a bunch of back and forth. The property stayed on the market. Some other guy put a bid in. It was a nightmare. And now that we look back on it, we're happy we did not get it, okay? But we looked at a lot. We lived on Zillow. I had a stack of paper like this. We had notes for each property. It went on and on and on until we found this property. It took us about a year and a half, 2 years of constantly looking, driving back and forth, New Hampshire and Vermont, and we decided Vermont was the place. We found this piece of property. We walked it. About 4 months later or something, we came back again. We looked at it again. We said we liked it. We talked to the owner that was actually left. The owner passed, left it to the daughter and the son or something like that. And the daughter met us here. She walked us all the whole property. We got 16.5 acres here. There's a creek on the bottom part of the property. Up here, they used to use it basically. They had some travel trailers on it as well. They said they used it for like just vacation spot. I'm not really sure, but the neighbors told me that they would have like family reunions, and they have a very large family, and they would have tents for like a few days. Tents would be everywhere on this property, and they would all get together every year. The family owned like all the property around us. It's a very well-known family in Vermont, or this section. So stay with us, and I will take you through basically what we did to the property, and we're eventually going to build on the property starting probably next year, maybe at the end of this year. It's raining on me again, but we'll go from there.
This is an old video of my family and myself vacationing when I was a young boy. That's me in the center there. We used to go up to my uncle's cabin in Vermont. It was set up way up on a mountainside, and vacation every summer for a week. It was a nice cabin. I have a lot of fond memories going up there. Escape to the cabin in the woods.
So thanks for checking out our channel. Go ahead and start watching some of the other videos that are posted. You'll see what the channel's about. You can see us start developing this raw piece of land into our cabin in the woods. You'll see how we came here and we set up camp, and we come up here on the weekends. Even without the cabin, we have a blast. And follow me along. I show you how to do many different things. Alright, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and hope you enjoy. Thanks for visiting.